All right, I think we're live. We should be.
Are we on the air?
I think we live. All right, we're live on Twitch. Let me make sure we're live on YouTube. And we are. Volume's good. Go ahead, Keith.
Mic check. Check 1, 2. Can you hear me out there?
Yes, they can. All right, perfect. And that's it. Yes. Tough loss indeed, my friend. Tough loss indeed. All right, let me silence all this shit. All right. I'm ready to talk right now, right off the bat. Right off the bat. Okay. 3 out of 4 versus the Rays. We lose. But in one way or another, some people may look at it like we won. Or did we? We'll talk about it now on the Pinstripestrong podcast. Let's do it. Y'all, what's the vibe out there, man?
Yeah.
What's good? It's your boy Joe's McFly out here joining you again for another Pinstripestrong podcast. Joined out here by my co-host extraordinaire,
Keith McPherson, a.k.a. Keith McFly. Don't forget the PHLY.
Always stay fly. With Keith and Joe's McFly.
And NYY. Hey, the bar starting
early. Bro, I'm going to be honest, man. I didn't know how I was going to be feeling until I heard once I heard that beat dropping, I'm like, all right, my whole energy started changing. Because I was like, and if you were on the live stream, shout out to you guys, whoever was on the live stream while I was live streaming the game. Make sure you guys do that on twitch.tv. But yo, I was just like, I was happy because of Paxton. Then I was pissed off because of what happened. And then you started to question a lot of things, but we'll unpack everything. We'll just kind of just open up the, you know, when you get a package at home from like Amazon or some shit, and Amazon, we're not adding you, you know what I mean? Unless you want to throw some love our way, you know what I mean? But yo, seriously, like I just opened up and just started throwing everything out and then started seeing everything in terms of unpacking this series. That was, if you look into the series, and we'll probably, after you listen to this full podcast, you'll be like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. If you look from the outside in of this series, you look at it like, damn, they lost 3 out of 4. They lost 5 of 7. They lost, like, it just sucks. They don't hit with runners in scoring position. Yeah, they lost with runners in scoring position. You got what? You got 2 really good pitching performances, and you didn't do shit. You didn't win those games.
Game. The first game was a 1-run game that they stole from us.
You let the Rays come in here and take 3 out of 4 in their own house, blah, blah, blah. And Blake Snell would leave the game early, and Charlie Morton would leave the game early. I know you're probably hearing this. You're like, yo, what the hell? It sounds like a whole bunch of bad shit. But if you look deeper into the series, this is why I call it. I call this episode "Shitty Silver Linings" because it's shitty that we lost, but there's a bunch of silver linings that we'll kind of throw in there. Like, okay, well, that's good, but this is bad, but that's good. But you know, I guess we'll weigh the negatives with the positives, right, Keith?
Absolutely. We're in first place, and we are starting to figure things out. And this is baseball, Susan. Like, what did you expect us to? Oh, like I said last week, you thought we was going 59-1. Damn, I thought we was going 59-1 too. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I knew that we were playing against the Orioles. I knew that we were playing against the Dead Sox. I knew that, and they're actually not that bad, but I knew that better competition was on the way and we were going to level out because that's just the numbers. That's just baseball.
And if you guys do want to, tomorrow's going to be our voicemail app, right, Keith? Tomorrow's an off day, so we'll do the voicemail app. Make sure you guys leave us a voicemail. Let us know how you feel. 347-389-4898. 347-389-4898.
You slipped the extra 9 in there.
No, I didn't. 347-389-4898.
You just get the wrong number. Somebody run it back.
Nah. Still same one right there. We'll jump into this series. We'll do that as well. There were some carrying or not topics, but I'm gonna be honest. There were, but there weren't. But because of the nature of the series, I'm not caring about that.
Yeah. So are we caring or not? Nah.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you something. We don't care.
We don't care about none of that stuff, man. So let's see. I
said to Joe's, I was like, bro, like, this is a Yankee pod. We're Yankee fans. Like, I know there's baseball news and MLB news, but as of right now, like, we need to talk about the Yankees. We don't need to talk about the Rockies or the Cardinals or whatever y'all want to talk about outside of the Yankees is not important right now.
Yeah, if it affects us, it affects us. I know Chris is like, I like Karen or not. I'm like, yo, bro.
I like it too, but we only got about an hour and a half to, talk to the Yankee fans, talk to the Pinstripestrong Army about this team, what we saw, what we liked, what we didn't like, what's coming up next.
We got some Yankee news, though. This would affect us, and we'll get into, I guess, the decision and what's going on or whatever it is, but Giancarlo Stanton would go on the IL, 10-day IL with a left hamstring strain. I mean, it just seems like the same story over and over and over again. Giancarlo hurt again. He lost all this weight, got trimmer, did all this thing, started coming back, was hitting, was productive, was even in this very same series against the Rays hitting as well. And then he would go back and he would get hurt. It just makes you think of, some other stuff like.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Why are you running? By the way, guys, Pinstripestrong podcast. I got to put this out there. We're seriously serious about not taking things too serious. That's why I'm wearing the shirt that says seriously not serious. But I think it was a couple of days ago, I put out a tweet that said, yo, I don't like Giancarlo stealing bases, bro. Anybody else agree with me here? Some people did, some people didn't. They're like, oh, he's a baseball player, let him play. This one wasn't a stolen base. This one was more trying to advance on a wild pitch. But this is why I was saying that. Not that I'm saying that I wanted him to stay at first. No, take the extra base. But it's because of how fragile dude is, bro. Like,
he's got to chill. Well, now he's got no choice but to chill. But I'm right there with you on that. We don't need you stealing bags. Kaufman can steal a bag.
You out there to hit the ball over the fence.
Like, if we wanted you running, we put you out and left.
Giancarlo.
Daddy, chill.
Chill. All right. So
now he's got to chill on the IL.
Yeah, now he got to chill on the IL. Yeah, it's just basically what it is. So he's hurt. Thairo Estrada was called up. So, some people, if you want to get into that, Keith, who does that open up an opportunity for? We can talk about that right now. I mean, that stuff I'm caring about.
Of course. And this morning, that's all what the conversation was. And even last night, we're like, okay, we know Stanton is going to hit the IL. Do we bring up Miggy? Do we finally see Clinton this season? No, it made sense for Thairo. He's already in Tampa, taxi squad. Yeah. I think I put out a tweet because people were saying a bunch of different things like Tyro's good, but why Thairo? I'm like, it just made sense to finish the series with Thairo today.
And then you get the off day, you made the decision. The question is, Keith, who are you going with here? Are you gonna keep Thairo on the bench or keep him around? Or do you want to go Clint? Do you want to go with
giving Ford the DH.
Andujar? Yeah, or Andujar. Like, there's a lot of ways you could look at it. So how would you look at it?
Andujar, I'm telling you, Andujar is beat because he's got another, I think, 11 or 12 days to stay in the minors, and then the Yankees gain a year of control on him, I believe. So they're playing that game, and it makes sense. This guy's developing. He played his rookie year 2 years ago. We haven't seen him get right. I think they said he was 1 for 14 to start this season. So, yeah, we definitely want to control him. We want him to develop into more of a left fielder, a utility guy. I don't see Andujar getting that chance with this 12 days looming until the Yankees gain an extra year of control.
If
that's what they're trying to do, it seems like the smart play. I mean, I would do it. If I was pulling the strings, I would do it. Andujar, hell yeah.
I just don't like it.
It's 2 weeks.
I know it's 2 weeks, but I don't like this whole manipulation of players' time when well, now they got an injury and the dude's an obvious DH and you don't want to put him out there because you want to gain an extra year of control. I get the business, but I don't like it. I don't. It's just it's the stuff with Chris Bryant as well. I didn't like that stuff. I don't like the manipulation of players.
I don't like it either. Do you like arbitration? Do you like seeing our players get undressed in arbitration?
I don't.
You see them get dragged? Like, I hate that too, but it's a part of the business of baseball. So I don't think they're gonna bring Andujar back.
I think it looks. I think it does look bad for the Yankees, the organization, but
they're not the only ones.
But he's not even my pick. He's not even my pick. Who I would bring up though.
Clint.
It's crazy. It's not even Clint. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, you could go with Clint. Clark Schmidt. I would probably, to be honest, I'd be in there giving Ford some time. You know, and
he's gonna get that.
Guys, that's the Bronx, guys. If you guys hear that, that's the Bronx outside.
He's gonna get that DH look, and I was saying between Mike Ford and Luke Voit,
they're both hitting. They
need to both be in the lineup together. This is
guys. This is what it is. My man going out there popping willies is crazy.
Turned into Fast and the Furious on the pod.
Who, Vin Diesel?
Yeah.
All right.
What this opens it up for, Tauchman's going to be in there every day. Mike Ford's going to be in there as the DH. Then they can even give guys those off days. You know, we saw Judge DH for the first time, I think, in this series, or maybe it was in the end of the Philly series? But sometime this week we saw Judge DHing. I think it was it was at the end of the Philly series maybe. But it just gives us some options to play with. This team is so deep. We don't necessarily need to bring Clint up, but everybody's yelling for Clint. Everybody's saying give Clint a shot because we know what that bat can do. We need a bat like that. Yes, he is in the past not been great in the outfield, but this guy's out of options, right?
Right.
Like, we can't waive him. He'll get claimed quickly.
Right away.
We're not looking to trade him.
No way.
Because if he had trade value, and that's another thing, these Yankee Twitter nerds, I think I put a tweet out. I was like, well, so who are we looking for starting pitching wise if we're trading Clint at the deadline? That was in jest. That was me joking. I obviously know that Clint isn't worth a starting pitcher in this league. If he was, he'd be gone already. We haven't traded Clint because I don't think anybody's really calling for him, checking for him like that, or giving Cashman a legit package in return for anything that has Clint. So he's in the Yankees' plans. I think he's in the Yankees' future plans. I don't know if he comes up this week, but maybe.
Okay. So we can see that. I could totally see that with having him come up, or even having somebody like but I could see them rock with Ford too, because having the lefty in there kind of balances out the lineup, and then you could get Tauchman at bats as well if you're kind of rotating that DH rather than giving that DH to somebody. Because right now, before Giancarlo got hurt, not that I'm saying that it's good, but guys, silver linings. We talked about this. You can now rotate the DH around a little bit, where you could you could get Tauchman some more regular at bats. You can now figure Hicks into DH a little bit because maybe you don't want to run him into the ground. You could put Gardy in there, because he's older. Right. You could put Judge in there. You could rotate just different players that you could rotate into that DH slot rather than giving, boom, okay, Giancarlo, we're not playing you in the outfield at all. Now, curious decision why in the last series in the doubleheader we sat him one game, and then on grass against the Phillies, and then the other doubleheader on turf, we're gonna play him both games. Like, what the fuck is that about, bro?
Yeah, that's the question
that I'm like, why are we doing that?
People have been getting at Boone, and I've been trying to defend Boone, but there are a couple questionable things in these last.
I don't know if Boone
series.
makes that lineup. I don't know if he does, but bro.
Yeah, it didn't make sense for me to see him out there running on the turf on the hard surface when we gave him a rest day on grass. But it's a fluke thing. Hindsight is 2020. I tweeted that to like 10 different people. I'm like, looking back on shit, yeah, you could be like, "Oh, we should have did this." It's like you don't know, and if it goes our way, then nobody questions it. We only have all the questions when it doesn't go our way.
And I guess you're right. But in a doubleheader, Keith, if you had to choose anybody in that whole, first of all, there's two people. One of them is Gary. Obviously, the catcher's not catching both games, right? Gary got the night off. If you're going to choose one hitter other than Gary to give a day off to, or not a day off to, but the second game or the first game off to, or whatever game you want to give him off to, who's that guy going to be? Probably Giancarlo Stanton. I mean, he's probably the guy that you're giving the time off to, and that's only because of his injuries and stuff like that. Like, you want to nurse him back, and it sucks for him. You could tell the dude's frustrated already with this whole shit, Keith. Like, he's like, yo, how does that conversation go? I just started thinking, like, he just walks into the manager's office. No, not even. Like, he just comes back, he pulls it up. He's on second base, and he already knows. He knows before anybody. He's like, oh my God, not this shit again. All right, try to play it off. See if you can walk this shit off. Okay, deep breath. Then he advances to third. He's like, oh shit, nope. Oh, that's it. Yep. Oh my God. Oh, fuck. And then he's like, oh, okay. Then he gets back in and he's like, they're giving high fives. Nobody's asking him any questions. Nobody even came up to him. He's like, hey, Boone, I got to talk to you for a second. What's going on, G? Everything okay, man? You ready for your next at bat, man? You ready for this?
Get forward ready.
I'm just going to, I know they got a lefty out there, but I know I destroy lefties, but then you're going to have to get the kid ready. Who are you talking about? You're talking about one of our guys? No, for me. I think we're going to need Ford to come in for me. Not getting the strategy here, G. You're a righty. It's a lefty on the mound. Why am I putting a lefty in? It's time. It's the hammy. What? It's the hammy.
Fuck it all. Fuck it all. Don't give a shit anymore.
Bruh.
Legs are cooked.
Bruh.
That's, I mean, shit. Took him out, and then that's just basically what happened there. And I'm sure that's how the conversation went. Somewhere along those lines. I'm sure.
I know Boone was like, fuck. Right, really? Right now?
Yeah.
Year 3G? We about to put a pause on year 3G right now?
He looked at his watch like, we doing this now? Like, yeah, we doing this right now.
Miami. From Miami.
Yeah, it's just.
Bitch, you guessed it.
I mean, Yankees Twitter, as soon as they pinch hit for Stan, everybody started. People were like, I think it was his hand. I think it was like, nah, yo, it's his legs.
Yeah,
we know what it is.
It's his legs. We know what time it was. So Giancarlo's up, but you know what that means. Next man up. All right. I know you may be tired of hearing it, but next man up, and it, just to be honest, it creates another opportunity for other people that did not have an opportunity. So
it's actually all right. Like,
that's all right. That's the silver lining about it, is that we have people that can kind of not replace him, because Giancarlo, but come over here and be able to do something.
Feeling just fine. The depth on this team, the talent on this team, we're not worried. We were like Joe said, this actually like frees up some options, because we were looking at this lineup every day a week ago.
It was a little rigid.
Needs more at bats.
It was.
Like Ford needs more at bats now.
And even they had to send Andujar down because he wasn't getting enough at bats. And then when he would get an at bat, it's like, I'm struggling, bro. I'm not hitting enough, bro. It's just what it is.
Enough work.
But
damn, I hope it's only a 10-day IL stint. But with the hammy, man, I know how that hammy can be. If his legs are as cooked as I imagine them to be, it's gonna linger. It's the type of thing where you think you got it going, and then you go to open that stride back up, and it's like, whoa. Hold on, Giancarlo.
Let's pull up. I don't want to let the rhythm take me over now. Giancarlo. Not right now. Don't move too much.
Let the Hemi take you
Over Giancarlo.
The same Hemi.
That's the remix for you, Jake. That's the remix for you.
Flip Jake's Giancarlo.
Yeah.
Enrique Iglesias.
Let the rhythm tick. Yeah, that's basically what it is. So, injury news, that's basically it. Don't understand the decision letting them play both games, but hey, it is what it is. But if this weekend, you're riding hot into this, into this freaking series, kind of thinking about like, okay, this is going to be the time that I am going to go ahead and take Joe's advice, man, and use code Jomboy on DraftKings and maybe get some homers and things like that. I maybe it didn't work out for you this week as much, but in case you guys do want to, Yankees are coming home. So because you're gonna have a day off, but because you're coming home, the friendly confines of Yankee Stadium, the team is built for Yankee Stadium. You want to make sure you get in on the action with DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Celebrate baseball and celebrate everything and celebrate you making money and all of that stuff. And try to make some money with the Yankees getting homers. I'm telling you, they're not going to be silenced. They needed this day off. Got the day off, coming back, going to hit some homers and be able to do that. So take advantage of the Grand Slam offer. It's really easy. All you have to do is just place a pregame bet, $25 on your home team. Jesus Christ.
Yo, we gotta read. We got a different read because this is gonna come out tomorrow. I'm pulling it up now.
Oh, you got it?
That's funny. Yeah, she just crashed the read anyway.
Jeez.
But I think we got a different read that starts on 10:10. I'm trying to pull it up because that Grand Slam one was the first one.
Yeah.
And then the basketball one was next. And then I think I did the Talking Nets golf one, and then there's like a football one or a new one coming out for the week of August 10th, and that's starting tomorrow when this podcast will drop. So bear with us for 1 second.
Oh, yeah,
we do what we got to do for DraftKings and for
gotta pay the bills.
Deal.
Gotta pay the bills. Yes, so we got that. It should be still code Jomboy though.
It's still promo code Jomboy, but DraftKings is being very specific with the reads that we read. I got it right in front of me now. So ready for this?
Got it.
We were talking golf. Now we're talking mixed martial arts. The hits literally keep on coming from one MMA event to the next. They grow in excitement and anticipation, and UFC 252 is no different, with two of the sport's most respected fighters stepping into the octagon this weekend. There's no better place to get in on all of the action than DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. For this weekend's fight, DraftKings is offering all new users the opportunity to bet $1 to win Bet $1 to win $252. Those are some great odds. You get it? It's UFC 252. You can bet $1 to win $252. Great odds. To celebrate this weekend's huge event, DraftKings Sportsbook is offering new users the opportunity to bet $1 and win $252 when placing a bet on the fight. Head to the app right now. Check out all they have to offer, including fighter props, round-by-round betting, and so much more. Plus, with basketball playoffs right around the corner, DraftKings Sportsbook is offering $10 in free bets to use on in-game action for every day of the first round of the playoffs. Plus,
tell me you did
DraftKings Sportsbook
just
is a
say
safe,
that.
secure, and reliable betting app. You can deposit, withdraw your funds at your convenience. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code Jomboy when you sign up. For a limited time, all new users bet $1 to win $252 on this weekend's main event. That's right. DraftKings Sportsbook is going all out for new users by offering them the chance to win $252 when placing a $1 bet on this weekend's big fight using code Jomboy. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. New Jersey only. Other terms and conditions and restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Yee!
Yes. Speaking
That
of
was
gambling,
my first time reading that straight through. I can read decent, but
yeah.
not when I'd seen it for the first time.
Speaking of gambling, I went to sleep the other day. My boy Steven, he actually went. I don't know what the hell he was celebrating, but he actually went to a casino in Jersey. I think he went to Atlantic City, and he was betting. And I went to sleep, him typing this. He said, "Hey, Joe, I just won," or he told the whole chat, he said, "Yo, I just won $2,400 in 10 minutes. I woke up to him saying, to his twin brother saying, "Yo, this guy lost all his money and more."
Likely story. Atlantic City always turned on. He got hustled.
Yo, my boy Marvin was like, "Yo, man, I felt so bad for him. We kept trying to tell him to stop, but he was drunk with it.
Man.
Like, he was drunk with power. He just felt so powerful. He got humbled."
Seen it before. I used to live about an hour from Atlantic City. We used to go there on a whim, like, yo, who's sober to drive? Let's go to AC, run it up. And yeah, he should have stopped. He should have stopped at a hard, like, you win that 2,400, go back to the room, put 2,000 away, play with the last 400 so you don't crap out like that, because that'll ruin your whole time. That'll ruin your whole trip.
Yeah. So Steven, to you, 1-800-GAMBLER. All right. So got to make sure it goes to him. But yeah, I mean, getting into this series with the Yankees, and we already know we got an injury, but with that injury came some silver linings. Some little things happened as well. Game 1, we were talking about, remember last series, when we ended last series, we were talking about, man, we need the starters, give us some length. We need the starters to do something. In this series, we would get Tanaka starting off the series. We're like, yo, we need Tanaka to start off on a good spot. He's building up his innings. How's he going to look? I don't know what's going on with Tanaka. Tanaka would come in and just freaking shut shit down. Nah. He would shut shit. This game was awesome. An awesome game, back and forth, 2 really good pitching performances. To be honest, the Rays bullpen is very good. They are. There are some bums in there, but the Rays bullpen is very good. Blake Snell would start this game. He would definitely not finish it. He was talking to shit, but he backed it up. I thought Gary had some good at-bats against him. He normally in his career, he hits the ball really well off of him. Thought he had a shot a couple of times, but he did work a walk off of him. But Snell, 3 innings, 5 Ks, 2 walks. The Yankees didn't really do much against him or the bullpen, to be honest, against anybody. Actually, they would do nothing because they would score no runs in this game. The Rays would score. Tanaka, 5 innings, 1 hit, 5 Ks, just shutout ball, shutting them down. All right. People were like, why are you not coming out in the 6th inning? He got 59 pitches. Why not? That was the big thing for everybody.
Yeah.
It's funny because people wanted Tanaka to go an extra inning, and people wanted Paxton to go 1 inning less. And then Boone was in the freaking frying pan all series with just a whole bunch of different decisions he was making. But yeah. I don't disagree with this. Tanaka, he's still building up his arm. He's a guy that you cannot just throw him out there for 100 pitches, even though he was super economical. He was out there, did a really good job, shut down the Rays, gave the Yankees a chance to win. The freaking bats have to do something too here, okay? Y'all got to wake up. People were upset that Sessa was coming in. Sessa would be like, hey, guys, shut the fuck up, okay? I know what the fuck I'm doing out here. This is a new Sessa. 2 innings, only 1 hit, freaking 2 strikeouts. He would shut shit down, and then it would get to Ottavino, where if you want to talk about that in 9th inning, Keith, that's basically where everything boils down to, bro.
So I don't want to talk about Ottavino in the end of that game because I had a family party that night, an engagement party my family threw for myself and Nicole.
Oh, congrats.
It started raining, so I was able to come in and catch the 6th, 7th inning. I did not see the 8th and the 9th live, but when I got on my phone and saw what went down, I was like, fuck, man. That's not how it's supposed to end. That's not how it's supposed to look on Tanaka time when Tanaka goes out there and shoves against Blake Snell, who talked shit, gave us the bulletin board material before the game.
He did.
Literally said we party harder when we beat y'all. And then we had nothing for
and
him.
then the Rays backed it up. Bro, you could talk shit. That's the thing. If you want to be able to stop somebody from talking shit, you got to beat them. I mean, if you don't beat them, then there's nothing you can do. There really is nothing you can do.
Just like today with Paxton, and they're like, Paxton walked off. He was glaring at the Tampa dugout. Yeah, because they were talking cash shit once they tied the game.
Yeah, of course.
They were getting no hit. We'll get to that game. So what I was going to say is, I'm looking at the box score, and it's like Judge, 4 left on base, 3 strikeouts. Judge disappears, and him and Snell are boys. If you remember, he came on Instagram Live with Snell during the quarantine pandemic, and Snell asked him, hey, how do you like to be pitched? And took a couple notes. I think Michael K even referenced that in the broadcast. But all right, Judge, nowhere to be found that game. Gary, tough. He had some good at bats, worked 1 walk, but he also had a strikeout, and he left 3 guys on base. And then there's a bunch of other guys, LeMahieu, Hicks, Voit, Glaber, 2 guys left on base. We had some opportunities. We couldn't get 1 run in. And that's what's going to happen late in the game. We're on their turf. We, historically don't play too great in the Trop. That place sucks. It's the worst, one of the worst places to play in the entire league. Definitely the worst on the East Coast. That's an L. But the silver lining in that is that we got the Tanaka that we need.
Here we go.
Tanaka is going to be the number 2 or 3, depending on how you look at it. If he's supposed to be the number 2,
if he's in the playoffs, if it's the playoffs, he's number 1. I mean, obviously, it's playoff Tanaka. He's an absolute. He is absolute. If it's in the playoffs, he is number 1, guys.
I would love that for Tanaka.
Playoff Tanaka.
Garrett Cole's paycheck says he is number 1, and he takes that ball.
Yeah.
So
no, he's going to take the ball, but I'm just saying, he's, to me,
based off of what he's done for
based on what he's done here, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with him taking the ball. Game 1, 2, 3, whatever it is. So he finally showed us that, hey, I'm all right. I got my dome cracked by Giancarlo, but I'm good. I'm getting back to where I need to be. And we squandered it, man. We left 17 guys on base. And then when you leave it to Ottavino, just the one clip I saw him missing a spot, and then people they want to blame Gary for everything. It is what it is. Blame him then. Blame Gary. Blame Ottavino. This is a tough game to lose on a Friday night opening the series against a rival in Tampa who basically said, we're going to party after we beat you.
And I hope they're being socially distant while they're partying, okay? Because they need to be extra responsible down there in Florida, okay? So don't even party, motherfuckers. All right, so the only opportunities that the Yankees really had, 7th inning where Hicks walked, there was back-to-back walks for Hicks and Giancarlo, and then Luke Voit flied out, but Glaber flied out, and then you had Urshela walk. So we had bases, in there we had bases loaded in that situation. With 2 outs. And then Gary would strike out. So that would suck. So it's not anything good, okay, for Gary. And then people were jumping on him. People love to jump on Gary, of course. And I love Gary, of course. And guys, if you want to talk about the bat, if you want to talk about stuff like that, you could kill him all day, bro. I have no problem. I just don't like it when people just look for any reason to say, aha, yeah, that's, this, whatever. It's like, yo, bro, that's just weak to me. I just don't like that. In the 8th inning.
Now, with Gary, and I guess throw this in the injury report, Kyle Higashioka is on the IL.
Oh, yes. I forgot to mention that too.
So with him being out with an oblique strain, Eric Kratz becomes the backup catcher, journeyman. I think they said he's 37 years old. And I do remember him playing for the Royals team that won a World Series, but he's not going to be anything here. And the Gary haters,
people are saying, I want Kratz. I'm like, yo, are you serious?
And then the argument with Kratz, he's batting 1,000 as a Yankee. He worked a walk. He's better than Gary striking out. Give me Kratz over him.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all can't be serious. Like, the hate is real against Gary. And I get it, yo. Give it to him. He's got to play better. He's been getting compliments about how well he's done behind the plate as a catcher.
If the Yankees and their staff, if the Yankees and their staff are talking about how good he's doing behind the plate, I mean, and granted, there are some balls he's supposed to catch. There are some balls that go to the backstop. I admit that. There are some balls.
He saved that one. I mean, it didn't matter.
Nobody talks about the good plays.
With Britton.
Nobody wants to talk about the good plays. That's the thing.
He gave Britton the like 2 fingers and eyes. Like, get the signs right. Look at me, bro.
Yeah, like, yo, like people don't know the inner workings. They're like, oh, why Gary got crossed up there? It's like, hey, maybe the pitcher missed the fucking sign. You ever thought about that? Maybe like, I don't know.
Two-way communication.
Yeah, it's two-way.
Maybe the pitcher got the communication
wrong. Oh, the next thing is that in that same game, Tachman doubled in the game, and then he got thrown out at third on a really bad base running play because it was a ground ball to the shortstop that was right in front of him. He got thrown out. Was not a good look. That shit was horrible, especially in a game that we need runs.
It's like the rule is like when the ball gets hit behind you,
then you advance.
But the way they were playing, that ball got hit behind him and right.
No, the ball got hit. The ball got hit right in front of him. Like, you looked at it. Even Boone after the game was like,
it was the opposite. Boone
was like, "Yo, what do you like?" Boone after the game was like, "Yeah, that was the wrong play." That's what he said after the game. The ball was right in front of him. He still tried to advance, try to force the issue. I don't know if it was because of the score or something like that. Trying to force an issue. Thrown out at third. That shit sucked. Inning freaking done. But the bottom of the 8th inning is where the Rays would get their score, man. When they get a walk, that, with Ottavino in, who, he gets a walk, and then he walks the next guy. He strikes out the next guy, then he walks the guy after that. So now there's 2 on with 1 out, and it's like, oh shit, Ottavino, bro. Like, he's like losing the plate. What are we doing here? I'm just at a point where I'm a little nervous. Then there's a wild pitch by Ottavino where Gary's setting up on the outside part of the plate. He throws a wild pitch, like a slider inside. People are like up in arms. Gary, you're supposed to block that. What the fuck? You're an idiot. You suck. He doesn't block it. The runner advances. Then they score on a sac fly. It doesn't look good when they score on a sac fly. Sac fly's underrated, guys. You guys know this. And that's basically game. Yankees would do nothing in the 9th inning. So the Yankees lose. Game 2, that was done. Then there was the doubleheader game that very next day, Keith. And we had Garrett Cole starting the first part of the doubleheader. So you have good feelings going in. Oh shit, Garrett Cole, let's go. Offense finally breaks out in this freaking game. That's good. Garrett Cole, the way he starts out, bro, he's coming out like gangbusters. He's getting offended when people get hit. People try to get a walk. It's like, excuse me? What do you mean you trying to get a walk off of me? Fuck out of here, bro. Like, he's blowing dudes away. But I don't know what it is with the Yankees, but like the way that the pitchers are ending their starts is like, it hasn't been really good. And this happened to Garrett Cole a couple of times, right?
I think it's just like, I don't know how to put it into words. It's like fool's gold, right? It's like we think our pitching is good enough until it's not. And then it shows us at the very end, like, yo, you don't have the pitching to play around the way you're playing around at the plate, to play around the way you're playing around not going to the bullpen. I bet you after now these first couple weeks of the season, we're going to have quicker hooks on guys, and there's going to be a greater sense of urgency at the plate. And the Yankees, don't get me wrong, there are some games where the Yankees have shown that sense of urgency, but we're playing fucking 7-inning games now. It's too little, too late.
We're by the way, Keith, we're definitely still out on the 7-inning game shit, right? Like, we're out.
Yo, it's not even a question for me. I said shit. Like, either play them all 7 or play them all 9. I don't want to play 9 on Friday and then wake up the next day and play 7. Like, it's just not right for these guys. Like, game plans. It's not weird. Right for their mental headspace. It's not right for just the fans watching, right? Because in the games that we've lost, if we had 2 more innings, I have a pretty good feeling we would have came back, because we start to come back, and it's like, as a fan, you're watching, you're like, oh shit, it's the 5th inning. We only got 2 more innings left, instead of it being like on the second half of the game.
Yeah. All right. I don't know. And this is Garrett Cole pitching, so you're thinking, okay, he's going to go deep. He might pitch a complete game in the first game, but he would use too many pitches. Ford, who's put in the game specifically to homer off of Glasnow, homers off of Glasnow, and hits a 2-run shot, puts the Yankees up. Then Gio, the God, Urshela hits a shot into the outfield. Line drive, RBI, 2-run double. This is some good shit here. Giancarlo would homer in this game. Some good vibes. Yankees are up 5-0. Then G-Man Choi. This is where everything kind of fell apart for for Garrett Cole. He had a high pitch count, but then he gave up a double to G-Man Choi, and that Zunino scored. Then he gave up a 2-run homer, which he just kind of collapsed on the mound like, fuck.
Yeah. Another start ruined. Another great start spoiled.
And it's not that he pitched bad or whatever, but 4 2/3 didn't qualify for the win, didn't extend his streak, right?
And he was going for 20 wins. That fucked me up too.
That was big, and so
right there.
5-3. Boone would come out with the hook, take him. I agree with Boone leaving him in there because he wants to get him to win. We still got a big lead, 4-run lead there. But now you got to go get him. Pitch count is kind of high at 106 pitches. Got to take him out. Judge would then say, "Give me that shit back." In the very next inning, and says a 2-run homer, making it 7-3. Then Rays get another run. Yankees get another run later on with Gio Urshela RBI. Yankees win 8-4. GG. So that's
had to have it.
We needed to have. Yeah, that game was like GG. It was a must win for damn sure, and I'm so happy that we got that game because shit. Very next game,
back to back to back.
With this game, I almost forgot to mention Glaber got on base a bit, right? So you look at Glaber, got a hit. Got a walk as well.
Once again, Gleyber Torres is back.
The hits that he was getting, I like how he's trying to simplify things and go the other way. I like that, right? We like that here on the podcast. So we like that. So then that's good. Hopefully that continues to keep carrying over. So good shit for Gleyber Torres, who I think, even though Judge stood out there, he had 3 hits in this game. Giancarlo had 2 hits.
Tauchman had a play. He had a double. Then he stole third. And he ends up scoring from third. Where I'm like, this is why you got to play Tauchman. Let him rock, man. That's Mike Tauchman, the sock man.
Yeah, talk your shit. Talk your shit,
Mike.
Talk your shit. Gary had 2 walks, so I thought that there were some more positive at-bats in this game, so that was good. Like to see that. Better things with the offense. I'm like, yo, shit, let this shit leak into game 3. So now we're tied up 1-1 with the Rays. Another 7-inning game, guys. And by the way, just because we won the first 7-inning game doesn't mean I agree with it. I still am adamant that I want my 9, okay? I think if you want to play them, maybe in the first part of a doubleheader, maybe play 7 because of the bullpen. Maybe you want to have more guys later on, I guess. But for both games, that shit kind of sucks, especially how much each game is worth. Each game is worth 2.7 wins, Keith. Like, that's a lot.
It's trash. I get it. It's for this weird year and this weird season, but you're not saving anybody any time.
Yeah, we're not.
The game ended. It was like 8 o'clock. I'm like, I got time to watch another 2 innings. What the fuck is going on? Like, I'm not with it.
This next game kind of freaking sucked because we had Mike King, and he would have a rough first inning. I'm surprised that they only got a chance to only score 1 run there because things were looking a little shaky. Like he would walk a whole bunch of guys and put them on base, and he walked in a run, but then he settled down. And freaking Mike King, bro, like I thought he did pretty good.
You could swim.
I didn't give you Garrett Cole's line, by the way. 4 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned 10 Ks. 10 freaking Ks.
Strikeout.
But Mike King,
my fantasy team.
Another back-to-back games. Now you got doubleheader games. You don't get length from your starter because Mike King, the Yankees want to go with another bullpen game maybe. 3 2/3, 1 hit, 3 runs. All of them were earned. 5 walks. 4 Ks. I thought he kind of corrected himself. Inning 2 and 3. I thought he looked really good. Then he started walking guys again, so it's not good. But he was, he had the strikeout ball going. I don't think he was like nervous out there on the mound or whatever it was. But I feel like the Rays were gifted a lot of stuff because of the walks, right? Put them in a lot of really good hitting situations. Luke Voigt had he did single ground ball and then ended up getting an RBI out of it to then tie the game in the top of the fourth. Yankee offense kind of went to sleep in this game, really. They wouldn't score again until the top of the seventh after DJ LeMahieu had a single, and then we kind of mounted a rally in that ninth inning we were down 5-3 after that DJ LeMahieu hit, which all he does is freaking hit. DJ LeMahieu.
Hitmaker.
Yeah, hits on the menu. They're serving them up.
All he does is produce hits.
But bro, like, I thought that Judge ball might have gotten out. It didn't. I was like, shit. But it is what it is.
Warning track.
Yankees lose. I feel like if that one was a 9-inning game, we might end up coming back and winning that game. But this is the second time I'm saying this.
Because it's hard to overcome a start like that.
Yeah.
In these 7-inning games, I don't want us to go opener. In these 7-inning games,
I don't like that.
We got to go Cole,
Give me a starter.
Tanaka or Paxton. It can't be Loizaga, which not throwing Loizaga under the bus because he looked fine when he started. But it can't be like a gamble where we're throwing Mike King.
Maybe they look at it because it's like, oh, it's less innings. Maybe we could piece it together with the pen. But I look at it, I was like, yo, bro, if some of those guys don't have it, you're forcing yourself. Because I felt like they kind of stood with who else came in after
Abreu.
Was it with Avilan? Avilan would come in and like walk two guys, and they kind of stood with him. And Abreu as well, like he was walking dudes, and he was all over the place. But because you wanted more innings, because your bullpen's taxed, guys. I mean, there's no way to sugarcoat this. Yankees did lose 5 out of 7, right? Yeah. But those 7 games were played in fucking 5 games, like
5 days.
5 days.
Road. And they're played on the road when guys didn't really know exactly where they were going to be, what they were doing. They were being told a couple days before, okay, you're going to Philly. Okay, yeah, we're going to play, we're going to play these in Tampa. Or it's going to be a doubleheader. Like, it doesn't give you the best ramp up to prepare. It doesn't give you the best advantage.
Yankees lost this game, guys. Not making
too many excuses for us because like a lot of people are getting at Boone on what some people are saying he's punting games or he's not giving us a shot, but the thing is,
you gotta look at the schedule too. Like, you gotta look at the schedule.
You gotta look at the schedule coming up. You gotta look at we know we have these off days Monday today that people are listening to this pod, and then Thursday coming up, and this is a 9-game homestand we're about to get.
Yeah,
I don't want to see Tampa. Tampa's got to come to the Bronx.
Yeah,
we're gonna see them real quickly again.
Don't give me any dudes resting these 2 games against Atlanta, right? Atlanta.
Yeah, it's a quick 2-game series against Atlanta in the Bronx. They come up here, and they've already been up here to play the Mets. Like, I don't know. They're going to be amped for this series. They got some young guys. They're pitching. Obviously, they lost Mike Soroka, and they haven't been great. We should beat them both games, yo. We should beat them both games back in Yankee Stadium Tuesday and Wednesday.
Facts. We should. So, yeah. But shout out to Abreu, major league debut, did get his first strikeout, things like that. Dude's got some ability. He just needs to locate. His fastball is freaking special. He could get it north of 100 miles per hour. So,
and if we can,
let's go.
If we can figure out how to get him to have command of that stuff and bring him along. He's young.
Yeah.
But he went 1 1/3, and he gave up 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks. It is what it is, man. It's tough. His ERA right now is 13.5, and he just had his debut.
It's all right. We won't look at his ERA yet, but shout to him. Congrats to you. All right. So it's good. But game 4, man, while the Yankees split the doubleheader, now you're looking to split the series. And who do you have on the mound? Paxton, who everybody's looking at the radar gun, seeing what the hell's going on. First pitch in, everybody's like, oh, shit, 92, 91, oh, man, Everybody putting up the radar guns and all over social media as soon as it happens. But Paxton would go on to surprise himself along with everybody else and shut shit down. I loved what he did in this game. Loved his pace. Love how he was working. The Rays were just, they couldn't do anything against him. They were doing pretty well in terms of Paxton. They didn't even get they got their first hit, I think, in the first inning. And then after that, he would go on to retire a whole bunch of Rays in a row. Like, none of them would reach base until
big game Maple James.
Yeah.
He showed up for the big game. We've seen him do this in the past. We saw him do it in the Players Weekend Series when he went, and I speak on it all the time because I went to this game. When we went to play the Dodgers, he opened that series for us. He flew out to LA a day earlier than the rest of the team to get ready, and he showed up. So knowing the pressure is on, we can say that James Paxton responds. He did it today. Big game Maple James. This dude comes out. He gives up a hit. He gives up a hit to the first batter, and that was the one that skipped under DJ's glove. DJ, I don't know if he lays out.
I don't know what happened
there. He timed
there.
it wrong. DJ makes that play most of the time. That's the one time out of 10 that he doesn't. And then Paxton goes on to no-hit the Rays for 6 innings.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was looking at it like, oh, shit, I cannot believe it. The Yankees had opportunities to score in this game. To say that is like almost disrespectful. They would leave a small village on the base paths, guys. The Yankees would go 0 for 8 with 9 men left on base. They had a bunch of opportunities, even starting in that first inning where they had bases loaded and did nothing but a freaking hit by pitch by the only person that probably would have done something there was Mike Ford. After that, the Yankees would do nothing. The Yankee bats just went silent. I don't know what the hell happened in this game.
Man, shit. Judge says he's not locked in. He wasn't lying. He wasn't. He left like 12 runners on bases series. He left 5 in this game, 4 in another game, a couple in the other game. He was 0 for 5.
And then the next couple of runs that we score are in the 5th inning, and then it's because of Gio Urshela. He hits a shot into the outfield center fielder that kind of mistimed his jump, and he thought that he was going to hit the wall. He didn't. That became an error. 2-run score there. It's 3-zip Yankees. You're thinking, oh, shit, let's go with the way Paxton's going. And then the 7th inning happens, and it's like, oh, shit. Like, it's just like, this is how quick baseball is, bro. This is baseball. Just like that. Drop of a freaking dime. Guy gets on. 2-run homer for Mike Brousseau. Next
2020 has been the year.
Next
of the
batter
unthinkable.
coming up. This guy actually comes up and then hits. He hits a homer. He hits a homer there, and it just makes you think like, what the hell? What the fuck just happened, Keith? Yo, that quick.
A double
it's
guy gets
3-3.
on. Guy hits a 2-run home run. The next guy comes up, hits a solo shot. It's 3-0. Now it's 3-3. Tie game. We're in a whole new game. You got to get Paxton out. He kind of, the same way we saw Garrett Cole get to 100 pitches and start to unravel, start to not have it, start to fizzle out. The same thing happened to Paxton at 80 pitches. This is all data. This is all info. This is all things that Matt Blake and the pitching staff, these guys will work on with them. And we know now, right? This is all stuff you learn from Aaron Boone. We know now how far we can stretch guys. Boone wanted to give him the confidence that he needed. We saw how pissed off he was in the dugout. We saw how much this meant to him.
He wasn't built up.
That.
He
Show
wasn't
emotion.
Yeah, he wasn't built up yet because remember previous starts, how short his outings were. So maybe his arm wasn't built up as much as what it would normally be. I don't know. But after that 2-run homer, maybe go ahead and get him out of the game.
Yeah.
Gotta take him out, having good feelings, still getting the lead. You gotta do that, bro. Take him out of the game. Take him out of the game. And I understand that the bullpen is kind of taxed there. And I'm probably saying everything else that somebody else is saying in another Yankee podcast, saying the same exact thing. Because like we said, hindsight is 2020, but the fact of the matter is you got to take that guy out in a situation where he's been getting rocked left and right and getting destroyed in his previous starts. This start, you cannot let him leave on a tie, bro. Like, yeah. And I understand
Boone should have been up. Hale wasn't up. Yeah.
Hale, he was like Boone. Boone was saying that, I just wanted him to face Lau. Lau's a lefty, left on left. I get all that, but.
And he got him. We rolled the dice. Boone rolled the dice, and we crapped out. He's trying to build this guy up in his best start. And this is what I have to say to the people that are like, every game counts more. You got to have a quick hook on him. Yeah, hindsight is 2020. You know that now after seeing the mistake was made. If Boone puts Paxton out there while he is
if he puts him, if
If Boone puts Paxton out there while he is no-hitting the Rays since the first batter of the game, he has been through the order a few times. He's no-hitting these guys. If he gets those 3 outs in the 7th, everyone applauds him. Everyone loves the decision for Boone going with him, especially because our bullpen is taxed.
If he gives us a 7 strong, it looks great.
It looks amazing. And you know what I'll say as well? We don't have the time to lose games like that. No,
we don't.
But the loss is not as important as what we gained from seeing Paxton look like himself. We needed a game for him to be confident, to go back and look at the film
against
and say,
a good team too.
I figured it out. Against a good team, I figured it out. We need to do more of this then. Big game, Maple James. Do more of that. And now we continue through the rest of the season. He can't figure this shit out in a month. He's starting to figure it out, and it looked like he figured it out today. So this one loss to the Rays, I'm not tripping off of that with him. Yes, it looks like a terrible decision from Boone in hindsight. But Boone was trying to literally put trust in his guy, build his confidence up. This is baseball. This is what happens.
It is what happens. It sucks, but all right, this is who you blame in this game, okay? You want to blame Boone? You want to put Boone on your list of blame? Okay. You want to blame, I don't know how you blame Paxton. You want to put back Paxton on? You want to somehow, some way blame Gary? You want to blame, listen, it's the fucking offense, okay? Let's go back to it, okay? Let me look right now. 0 for 8. With runners in scoring position and 9 left on base. You got to do more than that, because if that ball is caught in center field and it's a 1-run game, we're losing that game.
Yeah.
Okay?
We scored 2 runs in the 5th, and I'm not even counting that 1 run in the beginning of the game because that was a hit by pitch. We squandered that opportunity. He had the bases loaded.
And we're lucky that Morton
hit by pitch.
We're lucky that Morton wasn't on.
We are extremely lucky that Morton wasn't on. The day before, I was like, I don't have faith in Paxton facing Charlie Morton, and Morton has had a tough season. This hasn't been a good season for him. Coronavirus, 60-game season, maybe he's not feeling it. We missed an opportunity to beat them when one of their top guys didn't have his best stuff, and we had them all game. We had that 3-run lead going into the 7th. They got squandered, but hey, silver lining. This is a silver linings podcast.
Keith,
Paxton regained his stuff today.
It's not like the Yankees didn't hit. They just didn't kind of hit when it counted. 11 hits.
Look at the left on base. Well, Glaber left 3 on base. Urshela left 3 on base. Ford left 4 on base. Judge left 5 on base. If he wasn't killing it this year, he'd be my you trash son. Because there's a couple games in this series where he left more than 4 guys on base. Come on, Judge. You talking about not being locked in? I feel you. You're going over.
Yeah, but 7 hits in this game, so they just didn't get him at the right time. 8 hits yesterday in the second game. You know, some of them just weren't done at the right time. It's just what it is. They out hit the Rays in every, except for today's game. They out hit the Rays basically in every game except for the first game. There was only 2 hits a piece. That was just a really good pitch game. Nobody was hitting in that game, but that's just what it is. Glaber will hit a double in this game, so that's good. Nice seeing Glaber hit, and LeMahieu got another 2 hits because that's just what he does. He's batting .397 on the season, Keith. .397. That's
my
insane.
MVP, your MVP, hashtag DJL MVP. Pay his ass. Lock him up. Make sure he retires a Yankee, please.
I thought a Holder came in. I thought he pitched pretty well. Got a clutch double play, Holder, and then Britton. Oh no, you Britton getting the save, or whatever, or at least holding and getting us into.
Holder, I think I said Hale before. Holder should have been up, and Holder did a good job. Hale and Holder have been pretty decent this season when we've really needed them.
Well, Holder's been excellent.
Holder has been great, and throw last year away. I like what I'm seeing out of him this year. He comes in, and I'm like, he's gonna hold. Fits his name. I
just maybe Britton would have been nice if Britton would have held it too. That inning was kind of all over the place.
We need Chapman, man.
They hit we need Chapman back. I mean, not that Britton's doing a bad job. He's not, but we need Chapman to make that bullpen deeper. Okay, right. He just kind of pushed everybody down a peg, bro. Like we need Chapman for that. But you have that double in that 9th inning, that leadoff double, never good. Then he gets somebody reaching on the fielder's choice because this was a crazy big play for me. Super heads up, ground ball up the middle, right to Glaber. Glaber turns around to third base, throws him out at third. I'm like, oh my God, we might get out of this shit. Let's get a double play. But a wild pitch happens. And it's like, yo, what the fuck? People were blaming Gary. I get it. After that, Gary was like, he was kind of like crossed up a little bit because Gary's like, yo, this is not the right pitch. This is not the sequence that we're in.
Bro. What
are you doing? Yeah, like
set up over there.
He messed it up. He even saved the pitch, later on in that game. But a walk to Margot, and then I thought Joe West had a really bad inning this one as well.
Yeah, late in the game, these umps, they don't want to be there. They start folding.
Yeah, Michael Perez ends up walking it off. Rays win 4-3. Yankees fucking lose. So that sucked. But lost 3 out of 4. But silver linings are? What are the silver linings, Keith? What's your first silver lining?
First silver lining from game 1. Tanaka time. Tanaka, my son. That's what you're supposed to look like. Thank you. Gleyber Torres. In the next
getting
game,
out of it.
And
getting
in the
out
next
of it.
game, broke out of the slump. The baby goat is back. He's figuring it out.
And bring him back home.
Paxton.
Let's go.
James Paxton. 11 Ks? He was looking like Garrett Cole. Did he sleep in Garrett Cole's room
Very nice.
last night?
Very nice. Very
Did he
nice.
do something with Garrett Cole? They have a powwow and Garrett gave him his powers?
Yep.
Silver lining. We don't have to go to. I think we don't have to go to the Trop anymore. I think that's it for this.
Are we done for the Trop? We're done for the Yankees. Have only played 4 home games, guys.
I think we're
4.
done with the Trop. I think they got to come back to us.
Good.
And we just played 4 in the Trop. I think that's it. At least for a while. That's it.
Okay. I like that. Another silver lining that we may have missed. I think Hicks starting to get it going a little bit as well.
Hicks, yes. Working walks, hit a double today.
Yes.
A lot of y'all out there like to ride Hicks, but I'm in the Hicks hive, leader of the Hicks hive. I'm a fan of this guy. And he said recently, yo, my arm, some days I wake up, it feels good. Some days I wake up and it doesn't. That guy's playing off of Tommy John surgery way before schedule. So once his arm is fully, who knows, maybe in another month or 2, he wakes up and his arm feels good every day. He starts going off.
It is. These games were really close. All 4 of them, really. Even the game where the Yankees scored 8 runs or whatever. All of these games were really close. The Yankees, I'm telling you guys, I told you guys before the season, don't sleep on the Rays. The Rays are a very good team. Don't sleep on them. They are.
We're done in Tampa.
So we gotta
check the schedule.
Good. We're fucking done in Tampa. We don't got to worry about that fucking Trop. Come to Yankee Stadium and keep that same energy. All right.
They never do.
All right, Keith. Who is your you? Oh, do I have you trash? Do I have a you trash performer for the series? I don't know if I
take your time. We're on the road, so I go first.
No, we're on the road, so you get. I go first with.
It don't matter.
You trash. You go first for Pinstripestrong performer. So let us see who we going with for the you trash.
You trash, son. I got 3 guys.
You trash, son.
I'm really.
3?
I know I can only pick one. Yeah, I've already hinted at them.
Fuck.
Yo, Gardy and Judge were ass this series.
I see. That's. I think Gardy only played. Did he only play 1 game?
He
played today too.
Games,
he played,
but in those
2.
2 games,
did nothing.
He was 0 for 4 and left guys on base, had 2 strikeouts, and then he had another game where I think he had another game where he left 6 on base and he was 0 for 4. So Saturday in the win against the Rays where Garrett Cole pitched great, I still saw Gardy wasn't doing a damn thing. He had 2 strikeouts, 0 for 4, left 6 on base. And then in the next game he played, he was 0 for it. So he's not my you trash son because he's old and he has, he gave us some vintage Gardy today. Like he had that hit today where he was
and he hustled that hustle double.
Yeah, he looked like his old self. So I won't give him you trash son because the day that he really sucked, we ended up winning 8-4. He didn't really cost us anything. I won't give it to Judge because Judge has literally saved the day multiple games already, and he's looking like the best player in the league. If you look at his body of work overall, he's got the most home runs. His average is up. He's hitting for average, not just power. My you trash son.
Wait, I'm first.
Oh, my bad.
You about to say that? I'm like, yo, I'm listening to you. I'm like, okay, but yeah. Even though his at bats are looking better, I'm giving it to Gary. Gary Sanchez, de lo mío personal. I'm giving you trash. You are the you trash performer of this series for me. You trash, son.
He is, and I'm sorry because we all defend Gary, but we need more out of you, bro.
More out of you.
Like, just get your average up over 100. Damn, like.
Yeah, I need you to start hitting. I need you to probably simplify your approach. Maybe I know that you're behind it because you can hit homers, but you don't have to hit homers every at bat. Be like, bro, just go the other way. How about take a couple of walks? I seen that you did take a couple of walks as well. So in this series, so maybe that's some improvement on your eye. Paul O'Neill said that it's nice to not see you flailing as much, but this series you just didn't do much. B it's just and in big spots you had bases loaded. And what was it? The first game did nothing, and you struck out. So it's like I'm giving it to El Gary Sanchez, and he had a couple of tough wild pitches. There was one a pass ball as well that he had that went back to the backstop.
And Eric Crouch, Eric Crouch, Nebraska quarterback, like late 90s. Eric Kratz, when he played, he had a walk and a hit.
Yeah.
So you see Yankees Twitter coming out like, "Hey, better than Gary, Gary
if you want the Gary Hive to protect you, B, like you got to do something worth protecting, B. Like if you're not doing that, then you know what?
He's not giving us much to stand on.
That's just what it is.
So my you trash son player of the series is, since I can't throw Judge under the bus and I can't throw Gardy under the bus.
Okay.
It's Michael. I just can't wait to be king. I think we should have waited.
Wow. Okay.
Yo, we rolled him out.
You trash, son.
The line he put up. First off, it's a 7-inning game. You don't have time to play around. We said it on this podcast. I do not want to see us go into these 7-inning games chancing it with an opener. We decide Michael King is going to be the opener, and he ends up walking 5 guys. I put a tweet out there where I said Garrett Cole is the only Yankee pitcher that is like visibly frustrated when he gives up a walk. Tanaka too. We know Tanaka wears his heart on his sleeve. But Michael King, you're walking everybody. In that same tweet, I said the rest of these Yankee pitchers walk guys, put another guy on, do it again, then give up home runs. Yo, Michael King, you gave up 5 walks, 3 earned runs. Like, I know you settled back in. Yes, I know you had to figure it out over the course of the
He's a rookie.
3 2/3. But in a doubleheader in the second game, we're trying to take 2. This is the second time that we have a doubleheader and we don't take 2. And last year we had doubleheaders where we took 2 a lot. We started off on the wrong foot with Michael King, man. We started off on the wrong foot, rolling him out there. I know he only gave up 1 hit, but he gave up 3 earned runs, walked 5 guys. It's not a good look. You trash, son.
Wow, that's rough.
You trash, son.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, the walks. That's rough for a rookie. I mean, what was that? A second career start?
You can't come into the game walking guys. What were you doing warming up in the bullpen?
It's
you weren't hitting your spots in the bullpen?
I don't know.
Don't come into the game giving it away.
I think that was his. Was this his second or his third career start? I think it was his second career start.
This is his first loss.
Actually, it might be his first career start because the other ones he was
first career start.
Wow, Keith is an assassin.
He was coming in relief of Paxton.
Damn, Keith is a beast.
This was his first start and his first loss. You trash, son.
All right, so you trash for you. And who was your Pinstripestrong performer of the series?
Man, it's only one guy.
Oh wait, I'll go first. Sorry. Keith, I go first. Don't mean to take it from you. I go first, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take shit, man. I feel like I'm picking this guy every freaking series, man. Am I picking this guy every series? I've been picking you again.
Go for it. I mean, if guys are looking like the same, like it's only been the same week, you know? Yeah. Some of these guys stay hot all week. My guy been hot all week. My guy been hot since they let him start playing full games, which I don't know why they even hesitated with that.
Damn, you see, this is Keith is out here giving me a person to pick, man, and Christian's. Oh wait, no, we are on the road. Chris just reminded me. He said, "Yo, Joe, hold up."
On the road,
yeah. All right, go ahead, Keith. It's yours.
All right, so I mean, this guy had multiple multi-hit games. Today, Sunday, he came out. like dead ass ready to win the game himself. When we were down to our last out, I hate when like, okay, the Yankees are down to their last out. The Yankees are down to their final strike. I'm like, don't say that shit. When we are down, there's one guy, right, that you can depend on. Even when you think it's over, DJ LeMahieu says it's not over. He's going to get on base. He's going to figure it out. Hits on the menu. Hitmaker.
Yeah.
DJ, my MVP, your MVP, hashtag DJLMVP. All he does is produce hits. The machine is on autopilot, and he's my Pinstripe Strong Performance Player of the Series. I don't have my LeMahieu player tee on, but I'm usually repping 2-6. Lock that guy up. I don't know how many times you're going to hear me say it. In this lineup, with guys like Gary Sanchez, supposed to be hitting home runs, guys like Judge, supposed to be hitting home runs, and instead they're going over. You need a guy like DJ at the top of this lineup, like just consistently hits.
Good shit, 2-6.
That's what he does.
My guy, given the situation and how we were coming into this series and giving us what we need and kind of setting us aside, and it doesn't really matter, torn UCL, partially torn UCL or not, Masahiro Tanaka is my Pinstripe Strong Performer of the series. He would be the best starting pitcher of this series, and would shut shit down. And then, of course, I thought he kind of set the tone there. He was giving the Yankees every opportunity to win. Had he been in midseason form in terms of his arm shape, I think he would have went deep into that game. Tanaka was special that night, and he was very economical, so I just loved it. So, Tanaka-san, you are Pinstripe Strong Performer of the series for me. But thank you guys so much for joining us for another great episode. Hopefully, you guys understood why we called this Silver Linings, and maybe this will help you quell your anger, because you're probably feeling a little angry today on this Monday when you're listening to this, or whenever you are listening to this. Probably very upset, but get ready for the Atlanta Braves coming into Yankee Stadium's. I'm sure the Yankees are very hyped to come back home, get a day of rest, relax, reset the bullpen, get ready for this 2-game series, and then another off day on Thursday. Let's go. Let's get this done now. All right. Follow me at Joe's McFly. Follow Keith at Keith McFly. Keith McPherson. Keith. But definitely follow Pinstripe Strong, because if you know the brand is strong, then Pinstripe Strong. All right. So, like I always say, guys, make sure you guys keep your pinstripes on. Stay Pinstripe Strong. Make sure you guys leave us voicemails for the next voicemail app, which we're going to do tomorrow. Nice, real quick. Run by you. 347-389-4898. But, yeah. Stay Pinstripe Strong, y'all. Tell them, Noah! Okay. I forgot to say that. I forgot that we were presented by Jomboy Media. Well,
They know.
damn, forgot to say that shit. Good stuff. Thank you guys so much for joining. I'm gonna eat a little while, and then I'm gonna play some Ghost of Tsushima a little bit later. But good podcast, Keith.
Yeah, we'll be right back tomorrow for the voicemail app. Call in. We'll set a time whenever. I'll talk to Joe's and see whenever he's free. Maybe sometime tomorrow night, because there's no game on. So maybe we go live tomorrow night at like 6 or 7.
Yeah,
when the
probably
game
that sounds about
begins.
right. Like around 7 o'clock sounds about good. But
Yeah.
I'll give you concrete time tomorrow as well.
All right, cool. Appreciate y'all. And like we said, there's silver linings in all this. You got to lose to learn how to win. We learned a lot of things about ourselves. So with this homestand coming up, 9 games in the Bronx, we'll be better for it.
Wow, the Astros just got into a brawl.
Wait, what team? Who they playing? The Athletics?
With the A's. Hold on, let's throw that shit on. Damn, did I miss that? Hold on, fuck, Christian just told me as you guys finish. Hold on.
The A's won all the smoke. But think about it.
Yeah.
The A's, they've been cheating the A's out of shit for years in division.
Facts.
And now the A's are probably real tired of it. It's on ESPN.
Oh, it's on ESPN?
ESPN Plus. Let me see.
All right, let me see. Where's Oakland and the A's?
I canceled my MLB TV. I was like, fuck all that. I'm not paying for this shit.
Now. Oh, here we go.
Because we got free MLB TV through Jomboy's account in the office. I'm like, I don't need this shit.
Lit. Damn, Oakland's beating their ass 7-2 also?
Yeah, and Oakland's like 11-4. They're not fucking around this year. Like we might actually want to be looking at them like
I'm not looking at nobody outside of this division until we get close to the end.
Eventually we might crash with them.
Let me see if they have any highlights anywhere. I'm trying to look right now, Keith. Let's see if we can find it.
It'll be on Twitter. I bet you
on
Kyle
Twitter.
is on it or the Astro Shame Tour is on it. The clips will be on Twitter for sure.
I'll definitely look at
I'm looking here at the ESPN app. I'm not ever buying ESPN Plus.
No. No. It's a scam. Oh, I'm watching.
Kind of talking about. No, it looks like I can. Looks like I can feel him releasing the ball in a fashion. Now we've. Look out, folks. This is not a good idea. This is not a good idea.
Let's go.
All right, I gotta go. I'm out of here, but I'm gonna go find these clips on Twitter. See y'all for the voicemail.
This is exactly what Major League Baseball said you absolutely cannot do.
Yo, they fighting, bro. Just a real fight.
Ramon Laureano didn't like what he was hearing from the dugout, and he started sprinting right after
Yo,
the dugout.
Laureano is brolic. Holy shit. If I was on Twitch, I could show you guys.
And that's the problem. No fans in the stands. You hear everything. You hear everything. But you're right.
This is going to cost some players. You can see Laureano just.
Houdini of hair. Hugo is a small business owner. Me, I'm the Hartford Buck, and I see nothing small about your small business.
With insurance designed for your small business, the Buck's got your back.
What the fuck is that? All right, guys. I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna eat real quick, and then I'm gonna hop on again and play Ghost of Tsushima. All right. I will see you guys in a few. Thank you guys so much. Love you guys.